Read this, Talking to Strangers. Talking to Strangers is a powerful exploration of how little we know about the people we don't know. It explores how we misjudge and misunderstand strangers, sometimes with terrible consequences, making a powerful case for more tolerance and patience in our dealings with others. Okay, listen to this. Ben Rector, The Walking in Between. Over the course of the 13 tracks on The Walking in Between, Rector reflects on life's simple pleasures, offers a fresh view on matters of the heart, examines the pursuit of material wealth, and recognizes the importance of the subtle struggles and modest victories of everyday living. Download this, Pod Bless Texas. Pod Bless Texas is a weekly award-winning progressive podcast with their finger on the Texas hot button political issues, hosted by former candidates Kendall Scudder and Lillian Salerno. Now in their third season after 50 episodes, Lillian and Kendall deliver hard-hitting headlines, expert takes, and information delivered for Texans by Texans, with lots of hot sauce from Kendall and benevolence from Lil. And we have the pleasure of welcoming them to the show today to talk a little bit about the show. You guys, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, we're happy to be here.
So tell me a little bit about how you guys started. You guys have a very interesting story. I hear you guys are both former candidates.
We are. Lily and I actually met about 10 years ago working on a campaign for governor here in Texas. And then flash forward about 8 years, we accidentally ended up running for office in overlapping districts.
Yeah, in the North Dallas DFW area and Northeast Texas.
So Lillian had just come back from her time serving in the Obama administration. She ran for Congress. I was running for the Texas Senate. And so we got to spend a whole lot of time together. But spoiler alert, we are now lovable losers.
We are.
Was there something that you guys just connected on really fast and you just thought we have to form something? What was the spark that brought this about?
I'd say it was love of rural.
Yeah.
We're both big advocates for rural America and rural Texas, and so we just kind of have that kindred spirit.
I know we look like city slickers, but we're not.
I have boots on, I swear.
So, Lil, what did you do for Obama?
Oh, I was a deputy undersecretary for the Department of Agriculture for rural America. So.
And Kendall, tell me a little bit more about your background.
Yeah, I actually ran for office for the first time when I was in college, when I was 21 years old, because somebody told me to sit down and shut up. So I filed and ran against them. And so I've been losing ever since. And I worked in real estate analytics for a while and jumped up to run against the most conservative member of the Texas legislature. Didn't win, but overperformed Hillary Clinton's numbers by about 24%. So we had a lot of success, had a ton of fun, met a lot of great people. But it was a bit of a rocky road.
Running for office is not all it's cracked up to be. It's a lot of work and a lot of beer drinking and a lot of depression.
It's especially hard when you're a Democrat in Texas, but it's getting a lot better. It's getting better for us.
Speaking of that, just a while ago, we had Super Tuesday. We had some very interesting results in Texas.
We did.
I mean, well, right before our Super Tuesday election that happened, they actually all consolidated together around Joe Biden and most of the moderate mainstream Democratic candidates. So it really put a lot of wind behind Joe Biden's back. And Texas is really what is delivering Joe Biden this presidency, in my opinion.
Well, many people were at the polls yesterday there for Bernie Sanders. So there's still a few precincts being counted here, but it looks like Biden is winning Texas. But many of us thought, and I predicted last night, that Bernie Sanders was going to win. And he's rubbing it in that I'm wrong today. But I still think something could happen.
Hey, do you guys think that they're going to be adding some more polling stations? I heard that there were some really long lines in Texas. What's going on over there?
Oof, there was.
Mm-hmm.
In Texas, we have a very long history of voter suppression, and it's very unfortunate. It's usually in low-income, minority, or young communities where they try to stifle votes and make sure that they have as small number as voting locations as possible. There was someone who waited in line in Texas at Texas Southern University to vote for 7 hours. And in America, it's unacceptable to think that somebody should have to wait 7 hours to cast a ballot. So we've got a lot of work to do to make sure that we're bringing ballot access to Texans. But there are going to be all kinds of tricks in the books as Texas starts to become purple. So we got to get ready for it.
But that's why what you guys do is so important, because you guys are talking about everything. You guys are giving your audience kind of all of what's going on. And this is a big issue and people need to find out. Where can people go to find more information about you?
They could go to our website at podblessedtexas.com, and we have a pretty active Twitter feed. And then we have a weekly podcast, and that comes out on Mondays. And we pretty much try to make Texas politics and national politics sort of digestible for people. There's so much noise out there. We're adding more noise for sure, but we, especially him. But we're trying to make it in a deliverable fashion that also is entertaining. Remember, we're not journalists.
Well, you guys, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
for
We
having
appreciate
us.
you.
Thanks, Nikki. Are you looking for a little travel inspiration? We've got it coming up after one last break. We've got a great deal for you this week on The Go, powered by the JetSetPro.com. This week, we're taking you to the Bahamas.
Yes.
And you can choose which island.
All of
Enjoy a
them.
2-night cruise for 2 people to Nassau Paradise Island or Grand Bahama Island from Palm Beach, Florida for just $178. Now,
Yep.
that's the total for 2 people.
Yep.
All right. Now,
For you and me.
Yeah, me and you. Cruises will enjoy 2 nights in an ocean view cabin, all meals and attractions included. Bahamas Paradise Cruises offers theater shows, live music, pool deck parties, and so much more. There's a spa and a casino too.
That's like our 2 favorite
I know,
things.
I'm in. Check this out.
Discovering a world of unforgettable fun, a great reason to get away. Doing it any day of the week, an even better one. Get away on a fun 2-night cruise from the port of Palm Beach to Grand Bahama Island with Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line. With so much to do from the moment you board, you'll never be bored. Dance the night and day away. Celebrate every win and every meal. Feel the rush of live shows and of new adventure. Bahamas Paradise Cruise Line, a better way to get away.
To book this exclusive offer, $178 total for 2 people, 2 nights to the Bahamas. Visit thejetsetpro.com. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
in. I'm ready to go right now.
Well, all you had to say was spa and casino, and your ears per like you. Yes?
I know. Well, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and, of course, visit our website, thejetset.tv. We'll see you next week.
Basic cable and satellite services could cost you up to $80 a month. Stop spending money you don't have to spend. Call or go online now and get your premium Clear TV 4K Ultra HD antenna for only $19.95. It's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Order now and you can add a second Clear TV free. Just pay separate processing and handle. That's a $40 value for only $19.95. Order now.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call Low Cost Airlines. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call now.
Welcome to the Tech Show. I'm Sonia Gavankar, and this week we talk about a very important hardware upgrade, your work wardrobe. And we have the secret to looking younger, at least if you're starring in a Marvel movie. All that and more coming up on the Tech Show. Now it's time for the latest. Move over Brexit, another crisis has hit the UK. A startup company in the UK developed a new downward tilting toilet meant to make employees so uncomfortable in the loo that they take care of business quicker. The standard toilet is sloped about 13 degrees forward to increase strain on the leg, making it painful to sit on for longer than 5 minutes. Mahabir Gill, founder of the company, told Wired. Gill told the magazine anything higher than that would cause a wider problem. 13 degrees is not too inconvenient, but you'd soon want to get off the seat quite quickly. The porcelain throne isn't meant to be a torture device, Gill said, claiming health benefits like improved posture. Still, the primary purpose is to promote brief relief, cutting down the time workers spend on their phones and reducing monetary losses. The company is in talks to distribute its product to train stations, bars, shopping malls, and offices. These alleged non-torture devices retail from $200 to $650. The tech-centric Bay Area has seen an automized restaurant scene in recent years. The idea is that robots could be used to fill repetition-heavy positions that require hours of nonstop work, like line cooking. That could then free up human employees to provide higher quality customer service. Labor costs and subsequently menu prices would be lowered. Tipping would become obsolete. Restaurants would be more heavily invested in higher quality ingredients, and profits would increase for businesses and its owners in the process, or at least that's the theory. The city's millennial workforce is busy, which makes a quick, automated culinary experience appealing. A harshly visible wealth divide, low wages, and housing crunch also spell a labor shortage in the city, a shortage that could be addressed by placing robots into these roles. And on top of that, venture funding seeking startups here have long used the streets of San Francisco as an experimental playground, with the city's occupants as their guinea pigs for testing out what could be promising technology. So much so that it's grown into a bit of an issue, with the city considering launching an office specifically designed to regulate emerging tech before companies can throw it into the public spaces. But innovation aside, there are some concerns that automation may result in mass unemployment as robots are developed to fill jobs that humans could occupy. There's also the long-standing question of whether or not people actually desire human interaction when they're being served. And even with those questions aside, it turns out that some of these restaurants aren't surviving. In July 2019, Itza, a quinoa bowl vending automat, shuttered in San Francisco locations after the company was found to be thousands behind in unpaid rent. Just recently, Cafe X, with its famed robot barista, closed its San Francisco locations, though its stations at San Francisco International Airport and San Jose Airport are still open. And Zoom, the SoftBank-backed startup known for its pizza-making robots, shuttered its pizza business and pivoted into food truck tech and services in November of 2019. One of the robot-run restaurants that seems to be doing all right is Creator, which is still humming along since opening in mid-2018. There are robot attendants and humans present in most of these restaurants, but there's more of a human presence in the burger-making robot joint, as The Guardian's Vivian Ho pointed out. The robot prepares the Creator burger, but humans take your order and perform other tasks. So even in San Francisco, we aren't ready to give up real live human interaction. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Over 70 years of experience in heart and aviation, the members of the Association of Flight Attendants know the realities of the aircraft cabin better than anyone. We don't just serve drinks, we save lives. We don't just negotiate contracts, we move major policy issues like the smoking ban, no knives on planes, clean water, and safe food on board. The air we breathe matters, and we stop the spraying of poisonous pesticides. The Association of Flight Attendants. Stronger together, better together.
Keeping on track with your fitness is even easier in 2020 with these innovations in fit tech. Wearable company Huami and Studio teamed up to create a home workout center that aims to bring the best of high-tech fitness platforms and gear into one package. Pair a 43-inch smart screen with a front-facing 3D camera and a Lux treadmill for an on-demand class for categories like treadmill, sculpt, stretch, and yoga. And you get the Amazfit Home Studio. The platform is designed to be connected, and the company touts future abilities to add smart home assistance and heart rate tracking from third-party devices. Like other home fitness platforms, you'll be able to hook up for a monthly content subscription along with the hardware. Most wearables live on the wrist. This new device lives in your shoe. The nerve insoles are tricked out with 32 precision sensors to capture your performance metrics in 1,000 times a second. The system also includes a tracker which you latch onto the side of your kicks. The tech works with an app that measures running distance at a pace of 99.9% accuracy, according to the company, which allows you to check out a wide range of metrics like step length and cadence. More importantly, the app provides personalized coaching from your data, both during and after your runs, to fine-tune performance and avoid injury. The Nerve Run system is available now for $299. It's not the first smart helmet to hit the market, but we dig the fact that Level's bike helmet offers a ton of handy tech while looking pretty streamlined and cool. Standout features include front and rear lights activated by built-in gravity acceleration sensors, turn signals controlled via a handlebar remote, and walkie-talkie functionality to aid communication when riding with a group. Brooklyn startup Ergata has launched a rowing machine called Digital Rower, which is designed to inspire more workouts with a large screen and a mix of competitive game elements. Rowing machines are known to provide very good body workouts, but they also have a drawback. It can be a bit boring compared to a real rowing experience. So Ergata decided to put the gamble on the game, which the company thought would be a good way to solve the problem, adding competitive elements to give people a reason to come back to exercise. Digital Rower has now started accepting bookings on the Ergata website, which is currently priced at $1,799. We'll be right back with more of The Tech Show. Don't go away.
Say black labor built this country, but we're not making anything up, guys. These are facts, and we're about to present you with the historical receipts. In case you missed it, this is what we mean when we say we built this. Here's a quick history lesson for y'all. The first slaves were brought to the U.S. in 1619. Their job was simple: to make white settlers money. Slaves grew tobacco, rice, and indigo on the plantations of the southern coast. Now fast forward to the late 18th century, cotton was king, and the U.S. was making stacks of cash on it, especially with all that free labor. Over 600 million, or just about half of the country's economic activity in 1836 came directly or indirectly from cotton. Cotton-producing slaves were just 6% of the population, but created almost half of 1 year's economic activity. We spoke with Professor Edward Baptist, the author of The Half Has Never Been Told.
That 6% figure is specifically the enslaved Africans and African Americans who were in the cotton-producing regions. We're looking at like South Carolina, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana.
Talk about being critical to a nation's economy.
I guess you can imagine some sort of science fiction world where this didn't happen, but this is what did happen. Slave labor built the U.S.
And their contributions weren't limited to the South. A little bit north in D.C., there's the White House. We built that.
I wake up every morning in a house that was built by slaves.
If you doubt our forever First Lady's words, the White House Historical Association spells it out pretty plainly. Planners turned to African Americans, both enslaved and free, to provide the bulk of the labor that built the White House, the United States Capitol, and other early government buildings. Slaves built the roads, the docks, and most of the big-time buildings in the area that would soon become New York City. And railroads? Slaves did that. North America's 4 major rail networks all own lines that were built and operated with slave labor. Before the Civil War, nearly every rail line east of the Mississippi River and south of the Mason-Dixon line was constructed or run at least partly by slaves. You know what else we built? What about that great American music genre? Yes, rock and roll. We built that too. And blues, and jazz, and hip hop, and pop. America's favorite snack food, that was a black guy behind the potato chip. The ironing board, a sister. The traffic light, yep, he was black. The super soaker, that was a dude named Lonnie. He's black too. And the person who invented the technology responsible for the caller ID and call waiting, her name is Dr. Shirley Jackson. And yes, she's black. There isn't enough time to go through all of the ways black people have built this country. They're vast. Don't get it twisted. Native American and many immigrant communities have made tremendous contributions to the infrastructure, identity, and imagination of the U.S. as well. So when we say we built this country, we actually mean it.
Welcome back to The Tech Show. We're going beyond the smartwatch in the roaring 2020s with wearable tech for the office. Rebecca Pales-Friedman, author of The Smart Textiles for Designers, Inventing the Future of Fabrics, says in the future of work fashion, data is the new black. The clothes we wear to work will be sensor embedded and connected, monitoring stress levels, reminding us of appointments, alerting us and others when there's important work to be done, and much more. Much of this technology already exists in apparel used in the military, medicine, and sports. Blue-collar and white-collar workplaces are the next frontier. Launched in 2017, Google's Jacquard platform allows manufacturers to place a small Bluetooth-enabled tag which connects to an app in clothing, backpacks, shoes, and more. A combination of specifically developed threads, embedded electronics, and software allows the wearer to tap, swipe, or hold an area of the garment to read and respond to messages and receive notifications. Levi's brand already uses the technology in a $198 denim trucker jacket. Ivan Poparev, Google's director of engineering and inventor of the Jacquard, envisions future applications for business attire. You can check stock prices, he says, or blinking LEDs could notify the wearer that it's time to get to a meeting and provide directions to the conference room. Sensoray, a San Francisco-based maker of therapeutic wearables, has developed a mood sweater. The garment has an LED studded collar that lights up in different colors based on galvanic skin responses, or a change in the electrical characteristics of skin prompted by stress, excitement, or pleasure, or other feelings, just feelings in general. Founder Kristen Niedelinger, a biomedical designer, says the clothes could help the nonverbal communications at work. The mindfulness craze might help the product gain wider acceptance, Ms. Niedelinger says. But not everyone is sold. They're like, you've designed my worst nightmare. I'm trying to hide my emotions, but wouldn't it be easier if you just show them? Anouk Wipprecht, a Dutch designer who creates robot couture, developed two sensor-laden dresses, one that has movable mechanical arms and another that emits smoke that reacts when someone encroaches on the wearer's personal space. The designs are conceptual, but Ms. Wipprecht imagines potential workplace applications in high-stress fields. If there's a little indicator that the person might be really high-focused on an area at that point, and then it may actually help a person get their stuff done, she says. Yeah, I'll take one of these in every color. I won't. Smoke? No. And this last one has the benefits of looking like brass knuckles if you're walking around at night. The Tap Strap 2 is a unique device that you can strap right onto your hand. It functions as both a Bluetooth keyboard and a mouse, and also gives you the ability to use air gestures. Check it out. I might really need to brush up on my touch typing. We'll be back with more of the Tech Show in just a minute. Smoke. They say youth is wasted on the young, so Hollywood has developed a way for our mature celebrities to appear as their younger selves. And it goes way deeper than an Insta filter. A few of the top visual effects wizards working today talked to the Associated Press about how it's done.
This landscape of digital humans is so exciting because for the longest time it was very, very, very hard to create a digital human. I think one of the first realistic digital humans that was created was Benjamin Buttons in The Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
My name is Benjamin Button.
That was extremely difficult to do, right? It took several years, and in some cases it was a little easier too because we were creating a much older person and there was lots of skin detail, and sometimes that becomes a little easier to get past the uncanny valley for that. But what we're seeing now is you're seeing more and more films with this type of technology coming out.
This is not de-aging. This is not face replacement. But what you see for Junior is a completely digital creation, 100% driven by Will Smith's performance capture.
Hello? Is that Frank? Yes. Hi, Frank. This is Jimmy Hoffa.
Yeah. Glad to meet you.
Some of the work that's been done for the Marvel films, like just recently in Captain Marvel, the de-aging of Samuel L. Jackson is absolutely fantastic.
Prove you're not a Skrull.
It's a photon blast.
I mean, I thought Samuel Jackson looked fantastic in Captain Marvel. I really appreciated what they did with General Tarkin and Princess Leia in Rogue One, and Sean Young in Blade Runner. You know, each time it's done, you get a little bit closer.
The whole history of capturing performance started with first getting a reference, then putting markers on everybody's body. Then the markers migrated into the face. And the next natural thing is get rid of the markers.
We understood what the challenges would be, meaning no markers or facial head cams or things like that.
Marty did not want to keyframe, animate, change any of the expressions or anything, any of the performances. So there is no animation. Everything that you're seeing is moving through the computer, understanding what the performance is, and then leaving it alone. I mean, we all stand on each other's shoulders. I can't wait for somebody to pick this up and do something else with it, you know?
The latest de-aging phenomenon in cinema is The Irishman, starring De Niro, Pesci, and Pacino in various stages of middle and old age. But some critics are lauding a YouTuber for doing a better job chipping off the decades using deepfake technology than a premier visual effects house.
He likes to talk, don't he? Yeah.
Thought I was talking to General Patton.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The timing chain.
Yeah.
Did you get it fixed?
I fixed it the next day, yeah.
Oh, boy.
He left the hospital in Dallas, but we do not know.
Expect them to take care of it themselves. I don't need two roads coming back to me.
Sorry?
Are you looking at my ears?
Your ears? No.
What do you think?
I don't know what to say, Jimmy.
I just say you do it. That's all you gotta say. Because I can guarantee you're gonna win. When you run for president of 326, you're gonna win. I guarantee you.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I'll do it, yeah.
Solidarity! Solidarity! Solidarity!
Where you hang out there?
Callahan's, hibachi club, but it's a bar, it's not a bocce club.
I don't know. You play bocce?
Nah.
No? All right, Frankie, get that fixed.
What are you doing in Delaware? Bombing out a laundry place. No, I was just doing a job to make some extra money. Yeah. Putting this place out of action. Putting this place out of commission.
You know, you were in the war.
I sure do.
In the war, you go from point A to point B. Sometimes you spill a little beer along the way. That philosophy makes sense to you.
Sure does. You don't have it.
What do you mean don't have it?
He said something, I don't know, about his mother.
Wait, no, stop. Don't tell me. Let me guess. His mother died and the funeral set him back. Yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Considering it's never made perfectly clear what ages the actors are supposed to be in the movie, I think the original was just fine. Plus, this deepfakery was also altering the final version, so it could be said that the original effects studio did at least half the work. What do you think about de-aging in cinema? Delightful or distracting? Let us know at thetechshow.tv. Now it's time for Take My Money, where this week we have the perfect app for people who immediately forget names.
This is Tammy, finishing up the most important presentation of the year.
Thanks for listening.
And she's nailed it. Nice one, Tammy. But here comes the painful part. Everybody wanting Tammy's contact details.
Let me give you my card. So I've written my mobile number and my email address on there. You missed a 7? Yeah, so it's 527-7827. Well, I'll take a picture of your card for later. 827. Yeah. I think you got it wrong again. It's with an I, not a Y.
Stop, no more. Please. Why does exchanging contact details still need to be this painful? Oh wait, it doesn't.
Thanks for listening. So let's talk then. Great. Well, that is a fantastic opportunity.
You're welcome. Bye. Stay in touch with just a touch.
I loved this when it came out on the Samsung phones 10 years ago, and I still love it. No more business cards, okay? Stay touch, go ahead and take my money. Thanks for joining us this week. Follow us at The Tech Show TV and join the conversation. Check you later.
Is cleaning the outside of your house an exhausting all-day affair? Not anymore. This is Full Crystal Full Exterior, the fast, easy way to clean all the dirt and grime from around your house in no time. Just add the cleaning crystals, attach it to any garden hose, and away you go. The secret is in the Full Exterior cleaning crystals that safely break down, lift, and wash away dirt and grime in no time. We abused this white siding with the worst oil, grease, and dirt stains. Full Exterior washes them away so nothing remains. Use it on stucco, concrete, and even porous pavers to clean up quick. It's completely safe to use around your shrubs, lawn, and flowers. With the Fuller Power Sprayer, it reaches up to 27 feet high. Call or go online to order the complete Full Exterior system for just $19.99. Order right now and we'll double your cleaning crystals. Just pay a separate fee. That's enough to make up to 14 gallons of cleaner. Order now.
The following is a paid program for Gotham Steel Stackmaster Cookware, brought to you by Emson. Are your cupboards jam-packed and out of control? You need to dig for the right pan. Pull the wrong one out and watch out! And what about those scratched pans? There's always a disaster waiting to happen. It's time to take control of your cupboards. Introducing Gotham Steel Stackmaster Cookware. Non-stick, space-saving cookware that neatly stacks inside itself, saving you space. It's the cookware you can stack to get your space back. Finally, you can have an organized kitchen with every pan and lid right at your fingertips. All because of the solid metal stacking plates that allow the entire set to fit together without scratching, saving up to 40% more space in your cupboards. Stackmaster features a triple-layer titanium coating with our non-stick super durable cast texture surface. Nothing will stick. No oil or butter is ever needed. Plus, our surface has been laboratory tested to last 10 times longer than other cookware. Coming up, we're making delicious favorites like a roasted chicken with creamy mashed potatoes and all the fixings, even a flaming shrimp stir fry. We'll whip up breakfast for the entire family and save room for decadent desserts. Already know you want Gotham Steel Stackmaster Cookware? Then why wait? Call or go online now for a very special offer. Now here's Chef Daniel Green and your host, lifestyle expert Rebecca Wood.
Hello and welcome.
Am I excited about the Gotham Steel Stackmaster set? All 10 pieces, including the lids, stack and nest together perfectly inside of each other. Now that's all because of the solid metal stacking plates that allow the entire set to fit together like a compact jigsaw puzzle.
That's going to remove the clutter and free up space. I like that.
Come over here and take a look at these 2 steaks. They're frying in no oil and no butter. This Gotham Steel cookware features our cast texture surface. So, similar to an iron skillet, you get that even, radiant heat all around that delivers that sear.
Perfect. It looks delicious.
Now, I'm going to take this one out. Perfectly delicious. I cannot wait for you to try this.
Don't have to ask me twice. So tender and
Isn't
delicious.
it?
Yes.
Fabulous. Now, come over here, because I am going to add some of this steak, if you could grab the lid for me, please, to some onions and peppers that have just been frying here with no oil and butter. Just before we cover, add some mozzarella cheese.
Wait,
right on top.
That's going to stick for sure.
Absolutely not. This has got a triple ultra non-stick surface with titanium that lasts up to 10 times longer than other cookware. No more sticking. It's non-stick, super strong, and scratch resistant. And look here, sticky ketchup, it just comes right off. Look at that. Rebecca, could you take the lid off?
Okay.
You've got to watch this. Everything slides right onto the bun
Yum.
for the best cheesesteak hoagie you've ever had.